views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call.
The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn. Today, we're focusing on the energy for April. We're right into April. We started with that full, that full blue moon last week on March 31st. That really did bring in the energy for April. And there's a lot to share with you on the energy of April. So I, of course, went to the angels. How can we best work through this energy for the best outcome? And I've been doing this for a while now, and I really prefer to converse with them, and then I'm sharing with you what they're giving me, and I'm following this too. Now, there's some really big energy going on with this month. First of all, it's bringing up a lot of heavier emotions and energy with that retrograde that'll still be going. That's Mercury retrograde until April 15. So once, that's still happening right now. You're going to be feeling some old things that are coming up. It's in the subconscious, maybe emotions, pain. You're trying to sort it out, things that you thought you're okay with, and all of a sudden they're popping up. That's happening for a lot of people right now. You might be having some dreams that are like, where in the world is this coming from? History mixing in with the timeline of now, future life. You feel like they're all merging and mixing around together. A little bit of everything going on with that. One of the big focuses for April is working to balance our mind, body, soul, energy in all ways. That is the big one. And I have some great insights that actually I got last night late, very late, and then into the wee hours of the morning to share with you from the angels about how we can best do this. Now, we are in a metaphysical perspective. That's what the show is about. We give you metaphysical topics, the perspective, the frequencies, the energy. And right along with that, there's this shift in the energy that's going on with the world today. It's changing. We know it's changing. There's a lot of upheaval. It's all over the place. We don't know which end is up and which end is down and all of that kind of stuff. This month, you want to focus inward. You want to focus on balancing your life. Where is it out of balance? Things like that. So that's the main focus of the day. I have messages from Michael, Raguel, and Gabriel. Those are all archangels. Those are the three angels that brought me messages that I'm going to share with you. We have one question from the email bag we'll share in about, I don't know when I'm going to do that. I'm trying to work that one out because it's a really interesting question, and we will be answering that. This is spring break for a lot of people out there. So a lot of you might be watching this on the archive. If you have questions after watching the archive, send them in. Let me know, and I'll answer them on a future show. Anything regarded to the show, I'll answer. if you're listening to it later, I can answer it next week, something like that. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm having a little trouble with my focus. Can you tell? I have some balancing to do as well. I know. And one of the things, let me start off. One of the easiest ways to help you with balance is, let's start with the scattered energy in the mind. I've been feeling that too. I've noticed when I'm watching playbacks or we're working on the edits from a previous show, goodness gracious, I'm struggling to get words out. It's happening to, me too. It happens. That's because we have so much we're trying to process right now. Those heavy energies feel heavier. All of a sudden, they just feel so heavy. And the thing is, this higher frequency that's just constantly pouring in nonstop is pushing that up to the surface. So yes, it will eventually ease. The thing is, you don't want to avoid it. That's one of the things I want to mention right off the bat. It's so easy to just avoid it. I know, but you don't want to do that. Honestly, when it comes to energy, you want to process it and then release it. So I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. I see a few people over in the YouTube chat. Carter, the producer, he's helping me out if anything comes in on Facebook Live. You can find that on Transformation Talk Radio's Facebook page. I also shared it on my two Facebook pages, the Jenn Royster Show and Jenn Royster. So YouTube, Jenn Royster. If you don't know where any of that is, you can just watch it and follow the stream right on my website at jennroyster.com. There we go. I'm trying to keep it all to my name to make it easy to find. We video live stream the show. We also have the audio going on, and we got it going on. So hello to everyone over in the chat. I see you. Hi, Candace, and hi, Raven Wolf. Hello. Great to have you guys there. If you have questions, you can throw them in the chat. Okay, we'll get to those best we can too. So first thing, let's look at this balancing thing. If you have the scattered energy, or you feel like you're struggling with the focus, and I've been noticing that I'm having to make a point to do this more. It's almost like I feel like I'm lifting off the ground, and you're getting too in the mind, it's like an airy energy. Like, I know airheaded sounding what I'm saying, but you want to ground. And the first thing you can do is just feel your feet on the floor. That's one of the basics. That's easy. Grounding is important when you're meditating as well. One of the biggest things the angels reminded me of is grounding is going to be essential, very beneficial as we move through April energy. Honestly, grounding is good to do all the time, but you're really going to notice that you need to do that. You need to just stop and do that sometimes. If you feel distracted, if you feel like, wait, I can't keep my focus, grounding. Grounding is just settling in, coming back into the body. Sometimes we just go all over the place and we're really not here. We're not in our present moment. Grounding immediately brings you into the present moment, which is another factor for this month that's very important. You want to make sure, because you're going to feel these timelines going all over the place, past, really old stuff from childhood, emotional pains, old hurts, old stuff that you thought was good is popping up and you're feeling things again. They're coming up to go away, okay? Look at it that way. It's clearing out the emotional energy closet. It's, emotional stuff. So, but when you ground, you're bringing yourself back to right here, right now, and you're witnessing the past hurts, emotions. You become a witness of things, not, oh, it's happening to you the way it used to. Because a lot of you that are following this show, you're on a spiritual path. You're awakening, or you're interested. You're starting to move into a place of shift, or you are shifting, or you have been shifting for years, like a lot of us are. And that number is increasing, regardless of what you might see out there. It is changing. And when you have old things coming in, you want to bring yourself back to where you're being the witness of it, not like it's happening all over again. Because when we're focusing on things, and like we're worried about it happening again, or we have a fear, or, you're just all those things you don't want to happen. You don't want to bring that back in. You don't want to be focused on what you don't want, because this is a manifesting year, big manifesting year. Actually, this is what I'm understanding, the way I'm feeling this and picking things up, is it's a manifesting year that will continue on. It's a big manifesting year in a new energy, higher frequency, faster manifesting. Don't have to wait so long. So you really want to keep your thoughts and emotions in check. Bringing a grounding, bringing you to the present. You want to be in your space right now, because that's where all the power is in manifesting, is in your now. Because the past is the past. The future hasn't happened yet. And a lot of times we find ourselves worried. When you're afraid of the future, it's 9 times out of 10 something that probably won't happen anyway. But you keep focusing on it. It's almost like you draw it to yourself. So you don't want to do that. Now, some interesting insights they brought me about this is, first off, it may not feel like it, but I do want you to know this is a month of very powerful, positive, transformative energy. This is all to help us ascend, because as we are releasing these things off, and it's interesting what I'm saying about grounding, because you feel the density of the energy, which makes you feel heavy in emotions or feelings or fears, things like that. 2 different things. But when we ground, we're bringing our spirit in. We're being present in the moment. That's what that means. It doesn't mean to feel heavier. Because that lighter, you don't want the escapism of what I'm talking about. Like you're going, scattery and you can't focus. That's more of an escaping and not being present. That's more of an avoidance, actually, on an energetic level. So this is where grounding comes in. It brings you here. You're present. You're here. You're witnessing the event. Okay? We're all here to do that. We're here to witness an incredible shift to a higher frequency of life, which is going to be amazing. It's already here, actually, and you can choose to be in it as much or as little as you want, but you'll find that the more you're in working in that higher frequency and shifting, that you don't really want to go backwards anymore. You'll find, whoa, I don't even want to go there. Don't worry about if you have no idea what I'm talking about, because it's happening for everyone at their pace. The biggest thing you want to know is, no matter what level you're on, if you want to grow, you have to choose to grow. You have to choose not to avoid. So it doesn't matter where you are on this path, because everybody is given the opportunity to do this. I love that, because it's not like, oh, I'm behind, or, oh, I can't catch up. And then that makes you feel bad about yourself. How is that working for your frequency? It's never going to work that way. That is just not how it works, the way I'm finding out. I find that everybody is on their path the way they're supposed to be. And the universe has a way of nudging you, sometimes gently, sometimes a little not so gently, to keep you on your path. And do you listen to it? The big thing is listening to what you're feeling from within. Right now, it's about that subconscious and inside. And so we are working with angels. I have some great guidance I want to give you and some tips. We're focusing on how we can balance, move through April, and use this energy in a very positive way to help you with your ascension to higher frequency. Higher frequency is lighter. It's going to feel right. You'll know it. You'll know you're on the path when your happiness comes back, your energy, your enthusiasm comes back. Those are guides for you, and you don't have to do it alone. A lot of people are feeling like it's all dumping on them. Not so much. It can feel that way, but it doesn't have to be that way. So that's what we're talking about. This is angel guidance for the month of April. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. If you want to call in, 1-800-930-2819, or join us in the chats. Stay with us. We will be right back after the break.
Interested in deepening your spiritual practice? The School for Esoteric Studies offers online training to spiritual seekers from all paths of life and individual coaching. Our courses synthesize Eastern and Western spiritual traditions based on meditation, study, and service applied to everyday life. To learn more about our courses and services, please visit www.esotericstudies.net.
What is a brilliant culture, and how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you align your culture with your business strategy for exceptional results. Looking for a culture that drives organizational excellence? Listen to Cultural Brilliance Radio, the second and fourth Friday of each month at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern on Transformation Talk Radio. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit culturalbrilliance.com.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
To see your life from an angel's perspective, book a personal consultation with Claire Candy Huff, angelic walk-in angel Ariel at Angel Healing House. Candy provides intuitive counseling, Reiki, and angel readings in person in Los Angeles or nationally and internationally via phone or Skype. She will channel the practical tools you need to transform your life. Call now, 831-277-3716, or visit angelhealinghouse.com.
Known for his keen sense of humor, contagious smile, and extensive esoteric wisdom, EJ translates deep spiritual wisdom into practical advice to empower you to live your happiest, most fulfilled experience. Mystic Living Radio, Deep Spiritual Wisdom, Practical Advice with EJ, Eliyahu Jihan. This hit show delivers profound experiences for all who want to live life to their deepest desires. Tune in monthly for Mystic Living Radio. Learn more by visiting vitaltransformation.org.
And welcome back to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our video live stream of the Jenn Royster Show. We welcome you. This is metaphysical. We talk about the angelic realm and a lot of stuff that's about energy and energy healing. So let me go over to a couple of questions that are starting to come in. I am over on the YouTube chat. Hello over there. And I see that we do have a question. So let me start with this. Raven Wolf. Okay, Raven, she's like, my wish for this year is to pursue my happiness on a soul level. I do a lot for others, and I have been putting my wants and needs on the back burner. Well, good for you. This is a good year to do that. Kudos to you. And then she continues to ask, I have a question. It's kind of off topic. No, not really, because it's about the angels, but let's go with this because this is a question that comes up a lot. I was told to be careful to work with angels because there are some that are fallen and they can trick you. Is there any truth on that? And if yes, how can we see the difference? I would love working with angels. So far, I've worked with Raziel. Thank you in advance. I really believe, Jenn, you are the best person to ask this. Thank you again. Well, thank you for your confidence. I've been working with them since I was a child. And so I can give you the way I've experienced it. I've also studied, and I still study. I will never stop studying this. It's not that I worship angels. Angels are beautiful beings in a higher dimension of divine love. And if we are all aspects of the one universal, then they are here to assist and guide us. They do not angels that the way I know to tell the difference, and yes, in some beliefs, there are negatives. I do believe that there are some negative things out there that like to mess with you and keep you derailed. One of the things that helps me to stay on track is you can always ask for only the divine and what is for the positive, and to keep anything toxic or negative that would derail you from your purpose and your journey to ascend. You see, it can't come in, because whether it's positive or negative, they cannot be there without permission. Bottom line, even the positive, the good, the divine, they cannot interfere with free will. They cannot make you do anything unless you let them in. That goes for the negative too. So I shield up and specifically put that shielding up to keep out all negative influence. The other thing, another tip for people that are worried about this. Now, if you're coming from religious backgrounds and some belief systems, they're like, they think you're worshiping, or that's their perspective on it. That's what they see. You don't have to go that route. You can pray to God or universal source, however you do that. And angels are ones that are messengers that come to do the work in service. They are in service to mankind. Their focus is to help you be on your journey and to ascend in a very positive way. So one of the things that you can tell when it's maybe a negative influence that may have sneaked through is the message changes. It's chaotic. You're finding that something within you just doesn't feel right. You are absolutely allowed to have them validate themselves. You can do that. Absolutely. 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 Angel messages will come through pretty consistent. It doesn't change. It's not chaotic. When you'll know that there's this peacefulness that comes over, like it feels right, even though it seems like, oh my gosh, that seems like such a crazy thing for me to do. That's such a big shift in the direction I've been going, but it feels comfortable. Not like you have to, or you're going to get slammed by something. Things like that can help you know and decipher. Now, this is individual. Everybody finds their own deciphering code, really, when it comes to angelic realm or guides, but we all have a guardian angel too. So if you are not sure, always shield up. I mean, you don't really want to just go out there without protection, I guess is the way to say it. And with that intention that that's all you want to hear, that usually will help quite a bit. So please know that. I hope that makes sense. And there's a whole lot more to that. So, and I'm actually working on putting together a really awesome online course where we'll do some live and getting together on my site. That is not up yet, but I am working to really do that because angels, they are part of my life. They have been an amazing asset, and I don't know what I'd do without them. They're my best friends is the way I see it. And they help me help myself, not just do things for you or make you do something you don't want to do. They'll never do that. They, in fact, won't even show themselves to you if you're afraid of them. So there's an answer that I have for you right away. And on that note, and thank you for asking that question because that's a very important question. A lot of people have that concern. And hello over to the Facebook chat to Cheryl Gordon. Great to see you over there too. Thank you. Hello to you guys over in Facebook. Now, I'm going to go ahead, since we're on this, I'm going to go ahead and answer the email question that came in because it's about angels as well. So let me get to that. So I got to scroll to it. Okay, here we go. And this came through on my Facebook page, the Jenn Royster Show, I believe. This says, hi. This was interesting. It came in on Facebook, but she watches on YouTube. I was like, okay, that's cool. And we, like I said, you guys can contact me over on the website too. Sometimes that's easier and a little bit quicker for us. It's more direct. than all the social medias everywhere, but we do get to it eventually. So it says, "Hi, Jenn, I'm new to your show. I love listening and watching you on YouTube." Thank you. It's great to hear from you. And this is from Marilyn. And she says, "Not too long ago, I bought an angel book to read about who is my guardian angel. And that's when I found out about you and your show." Wow. Well, I'm so honored to be on the radar for you. Thank you. I thank you for being here, giving us information, advice, knowledge about spiritual relationships with our angels. I have a question about myself. Confidence is always a message that shows up in every reading card I always pull. And I also am trying to connect with manifesting programs to learn, but let's see, I think there was a little bit of maybe a different language that was translated here, but I can't constantly focus for very long. Okay. Something bothered me. It's about when I was a child. In my situation, I was adopted by first cousin of my father, age 3 years old. I remembered I'd always get sick and dream of my dad calling him in my dream. Then after 3 years of having sickness, and suddenly my adopted parents changed my name from Marlena to Marilyn. It went away. All of that, whatever she was experiencing, went away. That's interesting. Now, all that trouble after the name had been changed, it all went away. Now, right now, I'm feeling something missing. How can angels help me in my situation? I don't know where my parents are. I only know my adopted parents. Please help me. Which angels should I ask? Best, thank you, Lynn. Wow. Okay. First of all, one of the things that is immediately coming in from Michael as a protecting angel, Archangel Michael will protect you. He's protecting you of anything toxic, anything negative, is to be clear on, is this a curiosity or is this truly that you're yearning, you really want to know who those parents are? He's asking for you to think about that before you pursue. Also, you have a guardian angel immediately that can guide you with whatever you're trying to achieve. If you were to ask the angels, and this is what I would do if I was in this situation, if you were to ask, if it's beneficial to me and my growth and my ascension, I would love to, find my parents. If not, then release and let go. That's what I would do, because some of this looks like there's a gray zone, that there's a reason that people were protecting you. And for the name to shift and then all of a sudden some pain goes away, I might want to rethink that, because if you're supposed to know them, then it will happen. If not, then let it go. So this may be a bit of a couple of things there for you. I would start with Guardian Angel and Archangel Michael for protection. And then Archangel Samuel also came in about this topic, because nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. But sometimes, is it supposed to be in our life? But Archangel Samuel can help you with one step at a time in this. If you went one step at a time, a little bit slower, really think about things and kind of let go of, okay, if it's not supposed to happen, release that, be okay with that. And then if it does, it's going to be a much easier experience if you do meet them or not. It's going to not hold you back because you don't want anything or any other person, whether it's a relative or not, to hold you back from where you're going. So that is one of the things they told me to share with you. So is it kind of think about it a little bit more, focus on who or why you want to know this, and then go there. Okay. So we have a little bit of time here. So let me get back to this. I want to give you one more before I go to break. There was something else I wanted to share with you on this balancing. So the grounding part, when I was talking about the grounding part in the first segment, really, really, really important here. Grounding is, like I said, bringing you back into the present, being here, not avoiding where you are, not living in the past, being hung up on the past, worrying about the future. You're right here. One of these messages that came in from the angels about how can we do this for April and it really worked. There was an interesting dynamic with that. April is a balancing month. It's the number 4 month, which is a number in numerology for balance. It's also about, balance in everything. If there's too much work, not enough play. If there's too much play, not enough work. If you don't have a balance, if you feel just pulled in a million directions, there's a balancing there that you're going to want to focus on. And it might mean that you need to take time out for you. If it's 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, it can do a world of good. I know people have busy lives. Universe will make time. It's amazing at bending time when that is what your journey and your soul needs. It's amazing how that works. It's like, I need time to think straight. You'll receive that if you're proactive in grounding. One of the cool things is April is also known as, with Taurus, which is an earth sign. Earth is ascending, whether you want to or not. That's just the way that energy is working. What can help you with this ascension energy that's pushing all of these dynamics is to be in nature, to take time out to connect with nature. Now, the first thing I heard out there in that field, out there, people listening, well, I have allergies, or I have this, or I don't like being outside. Okay, you don't have to be, but you can still connect with them in a meditation. But honestly, for me, I love Earth. Just going out the other day, and I put this to the test. I said, you know what? I'm going to go weed that flower bed and just see how I feel. It was probably one of the most powerful things that I've ever done in a while, just to ground. That's how much it's grounding you. The other thing, just getting dirty. If you like gardening, if you like just being outside for a walk, if you like just sitting outside on a sunny day, give yourself 5 minutes or so outside for that fresh air. I know we're all in different climates, but something with nature, okay? Anything with nature. The other thing that was really cool was the trees. Now, it's been a while since I've had this message coming from the trees, but it was really coming in. Just go sit under a tree or go and put your hands on a tree and appreciate, trees, they take their roots and they ground deep into earth. But they have a way of just pulling all that energy out and taking it down, and it's grounding. This is a very earthy, kind of a shaman thing. And I love shaman stuff. It just comes natural to me, so I go with it. But just touching a tree trunk, sitting against it, closing your eyes and saying thank you, it just pulls it out. Walking barefoot on the ground will do the same thing. They're saying this is really beneficial. Just going out and pulling some weeds out of a flower bed the other day, I was only out there 10 or 15 minutes. It wasn't that big of a flower bed. Was amazing. I felt like huge cinder blocks of energy had been lifted off. So go give this a try for balancing and grounding. Now, I'm going to take a short break. I went a little over, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a short break. When we come back, I have more information I want to share with you about this April energy because it's interesting this month and there's a lot to go over. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. You might be watching our video live stream. We will be right back after the break.
Are you traveling most of your day? Do you want to take Transformation Talk Radio with you anywhere you go? Well, guess what? There's an app for that. Just go to the App Store on your Apple device or the Google Play Store on your Android and search Transformation Talk Radio. Catch all of our live shows no matter where you are. Thanks for listening.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving. Even in the face of adversity, say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
Are you searching? Looking for a sign? A message you need to hear? From the great unknown, from the most mysterious place that is the most familiar to your soul in the depths of who you are. The universe put someone here to talk to, someone God gave a blessing to, that you may find insight with. TheAngelLady.net, 1-800-323-1790.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about April's energy and angel guidance to work through that month. It's a balancing month of mind, body, soul, everything energy, balancing your energy. We've talked about the grounding. We've talked about how to do that with nature, earth, trees. Yes, hug a tree. We got that over in the chat. That's great. It is. It's kind of like hug a tree, and I think that's awesome. Absolutely. I'm seeing Cato 22. Hello to you. The blue moon on March 31st totally cleared up my life. That's awesome. That's exactly what it was there for. I feel like the April energy is softer to me, more promising and motivating. Absolutely. It really is. Now, for some of us, if you feel like there's a resistance, that's when it can get bumpy, but that's pretty much all the time if you're resisting the way the energy is flowing. If you decide to just go with it and see where it takes you, that's when things calm down and then the peace comes in. And that is what I've been finding pretty regular too. Now, one of the things with April energy is it has an Aries that's coming in right after that. Mercury goes direct on the 15th. It's kind of there's this energy of go, get it done. Aries is very proactive. And then there's that slow, wait a minute, slow down. One of the things that the angels told me, and Michael in particular, was like, you need to stop, release all the hectic. I can help you with that. Guys, if you're new to working with Michael, I love working with this angel. Whenever a fear, a hesitation, uncertainty, lack of confidence, toxic energy, whatever it might be, you just feel like, I need to clear out the clutter, energetic clutter. Michael. He's a great life coach. That's what do you call him? He's a life coach. He can just bring in this fearlessness. It's okay. Clear it out. You're going to be fine. You can do this. Even into the unknown. Lots of unknowns. That's what new means. It's new. never been done before. So a new thing is going to feel unknown. Michael's good for that. Well, this push-pull energy, like go, push, faster, faster, that's going to cause a scattering energy in this April environment. It's better to slow down and take a slower pace and have more patience with knowing that divine timing will bring things around. If you have a tendency to like, oh, I got to hurry up, watch out for that. It might be a little bumpier with you on that. Not a negative so much as just slow down and see how things unfold a little bit more, and let it pace a little bit easier for you. I personally like that idea because I don't like to get pushed and rushed into anything. I never have, but I'm a true Taurian too. And Taurians, we don't let anybody push us. That's just how we are. But I kind of agree with that. And it was interesting when I saw that come up, I went, well, yeah, that's a Taurian thing, to slow down and think about it a little bit and process that energy. Michael was recommending, a little bit more of that. And so I want to share that with you. And sometimes, yes, we want to go, go, go. Now's the time. But then there's also times where a different kind of pace is more beneficial to you. You could miss something along the way that you really could benefit from if you go too fast, was the big thing he said. You don't want to miss out on something you didn't see because you were going so fast. And so I loved that message. Another message from Raguel. This is about this last little bit of the retrograde, the communications, the inner thinking and subconscious and all of that stuff going on, emotions. He comes in because he's a great angel for harmony in relationships, resolutions, finding a balance that benefits everyone. So if there's a little bit of something like that going on in your life, Raguel is a great angel to ask for assistance on. If you have emotions or something going on with relationships, with the communications with retrograde, it can get a little squirrely is what I call it. Like, wait, that's not what just struggling to communicate or to be heard. And then you start to find yourself in a frustration with that. That's when you want to ground, slow down, take a deep breath, ask the angels for, let me find a slower pace to proceed through this. So you don't react too fast. So you can respond in a benefiting way for everyone involved, you see. This can happen in such a great structure, really, energetically, and then you're going to feel more balanced in the flow as you move through April. Now, what we're talking about really is something that could be a way of life all the time, not just April. It's just that this month in particular is really laying some groundwork into new frequencies. We're learning how to live in a higher frequency. So a lot of the energy that's been pushing and pulling, or that heaviness that you may be feeling, or something rough that you might be feeling a challenge in, it's coming up to be resolved, to go away, to not be in the way anymore, to be done with. That old energy, that's fading out. It really is. We're more into the higher frequency now. So if you have any of that lingering energy on, and we're talking metaphysically, if you're just tuning in and you're like, what is she talking about? Metaphysically, we look at energy and frequencies of everything. And to live in the higher frequency, lower frequency, if you're still trying to drag it up with you, that's like trying to drag cinder blocks with you. When we ascend higher, it's just that slower, dense sensations and emotions, anything like that, you're going to find it just doesn't work. Might have used to work, but it doesn't work anymore. The more you find something not working like it did before, there's a clue. That's a big one. That's a clue to let it go. Be done with that one, right? That's it right there. Big thing right there with that. All right, I'm looking. Wait a minute. We have more coming in on the chat. Let's see. Okay. What's the best angel to work with for this April? Oh, And I guess you just answered that question, Jen. Okay, that's cute. Well, there's a few. So Michael Raguel, and the last angel. So we have Michael that will help you release the toxic energy, help you get refocused, help you ground, balance, and just take a deep breath and go, okay, I'm good. I can do this. Michael. If you find harmony, resolution, disagreements, stuff like that, that's a bit of a challenge for you in your life, that would be Archangel Raguel. That's Raguel, by the way. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, angel of communication. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Gabriel's been coming around for several months now anyway about the communication, and especially with retrogrades. Anytime there's a retrograde or there's that communication or that confusion with anything going on, Gabriel is great. Gabriel is also good with artistic, creative writers, trying to come up with a new solution, engineers, inventors, anything, creative or brand new like that. Gabriel's fantastic, which makes perfect sense why Gabriel's coming in so much right now. Because we are in a creative, learning how to do something very new. So Gabriel is really a great go-to angel pretty much daily right now for this whole year. When you're manifesting and you're trying to bring in something brand new, Gabriel's fantastic for that. I find that any of them will be there to help you. All you have to do is ask. If you don't know who to ask on the angelic realm, just ask your guardian angel. Just ask your guides. Just ask God or your source or your universe. Could you send me angels that can help me with this? And then you look for the clues. You look for the consistency of things. Now, who out there is seeing number frequencies a lot? Anybody out there in the chats? Are you seeing a consistent repeating number all the time? We over here, I'm constantly seeing the 1010, the 1011, the 1110, the 1111. I mean, nonstop, constantly. It's happening all the time. And every time I see it, I go, you know what? There it is. That's new beginnings. The 0 is the divine is supporting you. I mean, they're all good numbers. But if you're seeing anything like that, what are you seeing? We see 4s a lot too. And I say we because it seems to be a household thing. We're seeing a lot of this consistently, but we're seeing the 4. I see 4s like crazy. When I'm looking to make a big decision on something, I'll ask if it's, okay, is this the right path or not? And then boom, we had like 5 4s in a row come in the other day. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's our answer. And, as soon as you show them and you show the universe that you want to connect and listen, then you will get more of a consistent response that way. I mean, they will just, oh, okay, she's paying attention to the numbers. Let's use the numbers. And then you study the energy and the frequency of numbers. Letters have frequency too. Everything does. I also use nature. Depending on what's coming through. If you have an unusual sighting of a fox, or because they don't usually let you see them unless they choose to, or an insect or an animal or anything like that, anything in nature. Look it up, look into that. I mean, enjoy the process of learning the language of the universe, because the universe will tell you. So we have over on Facebook, I'm taking it easy now, from Bonnie. Okay, Bonnie, I'm not sure if she's referring to something in particular or just chilling, which good for you, Bonnie. Taking it easy sounds good to me. That's also very refreshing to just take it easy. So good for you, Bonnie. Are you referring to something in particular? I'll look to see if anything else comes in on that. And we have over in the chat, here come all the numbers. We have 3 3s, 3 3 3, 5 5 5s, 2s. Yes, those are good ones too. We have 2 2 2. We have birds are a big thing for me. Ooh, birds. What do birds have? They have a bird's eye view. They see the bigger picture. Think about it. I love it when the birds are coming through like that. They see further out. They have insight. They have keen sight. Look into that. Look into what type of bird, too, because that's interesting. The 2s are interesting as well. That moves right into, you're manifesting right behind the beginning number, which is the 1. So anytime you see numbers that are, doubled or tripled or quadrupled and all of that, that means it's like more intensified. And numbers are great. I mean, numbers find a way to get to you, in life everywhere, right? Also look for certain words or phrases. Has anybody had certain words or phrases? Because you might see that same word or that same phrase. Like, that's so funny. I'm seeing that again all of a sudden, or it pops up, or you're seeing it in a dream. Anybody see numbers or things like that in their dreams? I get that a lot. I'll see, and they flash. Whenever I have the messages come to me in a dream, they have them flashing at me like a neon sign. And I know that I have to look into that message immediately. It's important. That's how they do. That's how angels send me things in dreams a lot. Now, just because they send it that way to me in a dream doesn't mean that's the way it would go to everybody. But you're looking for that pattern. Look for that pattern that seems to be a synchronicity or a repeating pattern for you. That's very unique for you. Now, watch out. This is not a negative here, but do watch out. Some things that might be really hidden in the subconscious for April are the untapped emotions or the things that got swept under the rug that we didn't want to remember or think about when we were children. I mean, gosh, way back. It could even be a past life. Some of that might come up. If it's coming up, don't freak out. It's coming up because your soul knows you're ready to deal with it and get rid of it. If you took that perspective and you ask Michael to watch over you and help you go through that, this is the time to get rid of it. This is your time. This is a good thing. I really want to emphasize that. So when that stuff comes up, you're like, why am I thinking about, why is that coming up? It's like, that really made me feel kind of funny. That stuff, it's no more, it's just uncovering and unearthing that stuff that just needs to go away. That's old earth stuff that needs to go away because we're in a new earth now. And that's the way it is. Over on Facebook, we have Cheryl. She is seeing 1010. 1010's really, really cool. 1010, I'm noticing that there's a lot of motivation to shift and change and be proactive with that number. I'm seeing that number a lot. My co-host is going crazy because of deliveries at the door. I don't know. Can you hear her? She's outside on the balcony. She bailed on me today because it's a sunny day and she's taking a nap in the sun until just now. So anyway, she's usually in here with me, but she's like, no way, I'm going to be outside. So much for that, right? Anyway, this month has a lot that's going to bring up all that old wound stuff, but not for negative, guys. It's really, really good. So when you're afraid of it, Michael can help you and walk you through it. He can make you feel safe. And honestly, whenever I have that, that's the angel I ask. Please wrap me in those wings of yours. If everyone out there listening right now just take a moment and think about it. You can close your eyes if you need to. And working with Michael, just visualize a beautiful blue. I always see blue, so I'm using blue because I always see like a sapphire blue with him. It's a really pretty color, and it's a very warm energy. And when he's clearing and helping me clear things off, I mean, it's just warm, like it's burning it off like fire, like fire energy consumes and purifies things. Well, when you need, I call it a Michael angel hug, but when you need a hug because you're scared or you're freaking out or you just need to calm the heck down, or you just need to wait, time out. I know I can do this. I do not want to back out. I know I can do this. I've got to step forward. Just close your eyes and visualize this enormous, massive wingspan. Think 10, 15 foot tall angel with that kind of wingspan, big. And it just wraps you up and you're held in this and it cocoons you. And you know that you are safe and nothing can stand in your way. Nothing can get to you. Nothing can hurt you. Now, that's the way he always feels to me whenever I need him. And that is one of my favorite visualizations when working with him. And you immediately just feel the sensation of a chill or the warmth. And it's just very comforting. Very, very comforting. Gabriel, pennies, copper jewelry, anything copper, I always I'm drawn in, I just feel like a magnetic pull to anything with copper in it. That one in particular, I don't know if that's everybody, but it helps me connect with Gabriel a little easier. And it's an earth metal, copper, copper jewelry, copper, whatever. Pennies have copper in them. They're not 100% copper, but they have copper in them. But that helps with Gabriel. These are things. I love the crystals. I work with crystals all the time. I work with water. Water energy can pull negative energies off of you very quickly. If you're at work or you work in an office and you need to get something negative off, just grab the salt shaker from the lunchroom and wash your hands in the sink. It'll pull it off. And with that, we're out of time. I have to go. Guys, it is awesome being with you here on Thursdays. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have questions or you want to send something in for next week, just send it to us. We'll see you here next time on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.jenroyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.